Good evening, ladies. I hope you have all had a fabulous Wednesday. So, as promised, this evening I will be doing a free training for you all on how to create an empowering vision board. So, before we dive into what a vision board is and how you create one and then what you do with it, I wanted to talk a little bit about visualization in general. So you may have heard a lot of people talking about visualization in the past. It might be something that you have tried. It might be something that you've thought about trying. Maybe you've given it a go but found it quite difficult to concentrate and stay where you wanted to be. Keep your imagination where you want it, keep those images in your mind in the way that you would like. So I wanted to talk first about why visualization is so powerful. And there are two main theories about why it works. So the first is based on the law of attraction, that what you think about, you draw into your life, you bring into your life. So the thoughts that you send out kind of magnetize you, the things that you need into your life to get those things. So that's the first one. The second one is that your subconscious works tirelessly to achieve your goals. So whatever is going on in your subconscious, that is what your conscious mind is working towards. So whether you believe it's the universe that's providing you with what you want, whether you believe that it is your own subconscious mind allowing you to see the opportunities and the resources and the people to get you to your goals, the undeniable truth is that visualization works. What you focus on expands. So it makes really good sense to utilize this tool to help you get towards your goals. Now, I've got two really great stories to share with you really quickly. Hi, Sonia, thanks for joining me to share with you about the power of what goes on in your mind and how that can come into reality. The first is today, I reversed my car into a post. Right, now you might be wondering what this has to do with visualization, but I've had this thing in my mind since I've got this car, because it's bigger than I'm used to, that I'm going to end up reversing it into a post. And it's been like this thing that I've just felt like I'm going to do. I felt like I'm going to crash it into somebody else's car or do what I did today. And I've been saying to myself, that's silly, it's not that much bigger, the car's got parking sensors on it, I'm not going to do that. But today I did, because it was in my mind. So once it's in your mind and it's there, then that is the reality of what happens. And the second one is a lot better, actually. So for the last, I don't know, probably 6 weeks, maybe 2 months, I have spent my time visualizing about the kind of house that I would like my family to live in. The house we're in at the moment is way too small. We are popping out of the seams. But as any of you who are in the UK who are self-employed will know, getting a mortgage when you've been self-employed for less than 2 years is really tricky. And my husband and I are both self-employed. So for the last few months, I've been visualizing this house. I've had a picture of it on my fridge, and I have just, that's where my energy, that's where my focus has been going. And very, very randomly, a whole unrelated set of events unfolded in the last, I don't know, 10 days, 2 weeks. And we are now moving into the exact house that I have been visualizing for the last 2 months. And the layout of it is absolutely how I pictured it in my mind's eye, from where you drive up into the drive, where you walk in the house, a playroom, a living room, a big kitchen, all of it, it's all there. And what's really, really groovy is that the house is the house that I had visualized. The location is my husband's dream location. So that is just unbelievably amazing. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this workshop, because it can be such a massive, massive help to get you where you want to go. Hi Joanna, thanks for joining me. Hi Veronica. So Sonia, you said, yes, I achieved when I visualized Mexico. I achieved free incentive trip there within 12 months. Yes. And you know what, it can happen really quickly. That's something we're going to talk about a bit later. We're going to talk about sort of timelines a little bit later, but it can happen sort of pretty quickly. So that's why I'm doing this workshop this evening. So let's kind of dive in to what a vision board is. So very simply, a vision board is a board with pictures, words, phrases, images of the dream life, the ideal life that you would like to create. So it sounds really simple, and it sounds really simple because it is really simple, but there are a few things that you need to make sure that you're doing to make sure that it's going to work for you, you're going to get best results from it, and you're actually going to get what it is that you really, really want. So the first thing is to get really clear on what your goals are. Now, it can be really easy to get caught up in I shoulds, so focusing on what you think you should have rather than what you actually want. And to also, when you're deciding what you want, to get caught up in being too realistic. Now, realistically, I did not think that we would be moving house this quickly, right? Realistically, it shouldn't have happened. So it's not about being realistic. It's about getting clear on what it is that you want. So the first step is to write down your goals in these areas. So career and finance, relationships, health, travel and adventure, and personal and spiritual development. So take some time. You might want to do it now, you might want to do it a little bit later, and write down your goals in all of these areas. And then make a decision about which of those goals is most important to you right now. Do you even have goals in all of those areas? You might, for example, your relationships might be exactly where you want them to be. So you might feel you don't have any goals there. Sonia's saying, can you repeat them? Yes. Okay, so career and finances, relationships, health, travel and adventure, and personal and spiritual development. So there's 5 areas. I have also put a blog post together for this, so I will be publishing that tomorrow. So it goes through everything again. So if you miss anything, I will share the link to this to the post tomorrow, so you can hop over to my website and you can go back through any bits that you missed or you want to go over again. Yeah, so which of the goals in those areas are most important to you, which really speak to you, which bring you the most joy, the most excitement, the most happiness. Okay, so make that list of those goals. And like I said, don't be tempted to edit it too much. Don't be tempted to get too much into what's realistic, and don't kind of get caught in what you think you should have. This is about what you really, really want. Now, vision boards are really powerful, and visualization is really powerful when you link it to how you want to feel. So what is it that you want to feel in the future? What will achieving those goals, how will it make you feel? Or are there perhaps, are you perhaps not in a place right now? Okay, I'm not really explaining that very well. Are there feelings that you would like to have, ways that you would like to feel that are not where you are right now? So, for example, you might at the moment be caught up in a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety. You might be caught up in self-doubt, in fear. And what you might want for your future is to feel confident and self-assured and happy, joyful, free. So what feelings do you want to have in your future? So write a list of those feelings that you want, those positive feelings, and kind of almost as affirmation words. So things like freedom, abundance, joy, love, happiness, those things that are really important to you. And these will probably be connected with your values as well. So we've got two things so far: the goals that you want to have and the feelings that you want to have in your future. The final thing to think about is, how is this all connected to what you feel is your purpose? So for me, I very much feel that my purpose is to coach, to help, to support women to build their confidence, to go after their big dreams. So what do you feel your purpose is? What really is your passion? Where does your interest really lie? And again, try and think of words that relate to that. So maybe artist, writer, coach, entrepreneur, whatever it is that you really feel is within your purpose. And again, there might be a list, there might be just one of those things. And it's about really connecting deeply with what is most important to you and what you want for your future. Okay, so you've got some clarity, and like I said, you're very unlikely in this moment right now to have got all those things written down. So don't worry too much. Spend some time. This isn't a process that you should really rush, because this is what you are going to be focusing on for your future. So you definitely don't want to rush through it, which is why I've also put it together as a blog post, so that you can spend some time over the next few days really getting that clarity on what it is that you actually want. Once you have all that, it's time to actually put your vision board together. Now, this is actually the fun bit. This is the good bit. So what are you going to need, right? It's a bit like a Blue Peter project right now. You need a board. So you might want a pin board, you might want a cardboard board, whatever, a blank board. And it's up to you how big you go with this. So there's no right or wrong way for you to put it together. So you're going to need your board, and then you're going to need images to fill it with. Now, these should be things that inspire you and represent the future that you want to manifest. So they could be images of places you would like to go, of a house that you would like to live, of a car that you would like to drive. So those kind of sort of material things that you would possibly like to have. They could be, say, an excerpt from your diary, which shows it sort of fully booked with clients. You could do a bank statement with the amount of money that you would like to have in your bank. You could write a check to yourself. I think it was Jim Carrey wrote a $10 million check to himself and pinned it somewhere. So you could do those, have those kind of images. And then have some images of some of those words as well, those affirmation words. So the words that link to your purpose and the words that link to how you want to feel. Because when you look at this vision board, you want to feel inspired and you want to feel those feelings that you want to create in your future. So write them down, type them out, cut them out of a magazine. Whatever way you want to do them is fine, because remember, this is all about what you want to create. So get those images, get those words, get those pictures, and gather them all together. And then you'll need glue, pins, markers, whatever to write and draw and make it look really, really beautiful. And the final thing you're going to need to put it all together is time. So you don't want to rush this. You want to really enjoy putting it together. So make sure that you've got some time, you know, like turn the TV off and spend an hour or so one evening getting it all put together in a way that is going to look really beautiful for you. And when you're putting it together, one of the most important things to do is make sure that everything is spaced out really nicely. Don't make it really cluttered, because if you put too much on there, if you make it cluttered and too busy, you're likely to attract clutter and busyness and a bit of chaos into your life, and you absolutely don't want to be doing that. So keep it nice, keep it simple, and again, you know, spend some time and make it look really beautiful. This is representing how you want your future life to be, so it should definitely look beautiful. It should definitely inspire you. You know, if you're all about bold colours, then add the bold colours on. If, like me, you know, you like it pink and sparkly, make it pink and sparkly. Okay, make it all about you. So you can create one board for your entire future, or you could create a board for a specific goal. Again, it's really up to you how you put it together. There's really no right or wrong when it comes to whether you should do one big board or whether you do just a smaller board for a specific goal in a shorter period of time maybe. That's entirely up to you, and what's most important to you right now, what's the one thing that you really want, that's where you should focus if there's just one thing. Okay, so you've put it all together. So now what do you do with it, right? Don't put it in a cupboard and forget about it. Definitely don't do that. It needs to be somewhere that you're going to see it on a daily basis, ideally somewhere where you're going to see it first thing in the morning and last thing at night. Those are some really powerful times to be seeing it. And when you do see it, don't just walk past it, because as with everything, when you're used to seeing something, it just kind of becomes part of the furniture and you almost don't notice it. So make sure that you kind of sit yourself down and have a minute, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, where you sit and you look and you really take notice of what's there and you allow yourself to feel those feelings, because as I said earlier, it's the feelings that give it the real power. So make sure when you've done it, you're looking at it, you're taking notice of it, and you are, you know, really allowing yourself to be submerged into everything that is on that board that is so important for you. So that's the first thing. Make sure that you are actually looking at it and being very present when you are doing that. The next important thing is to be grateful for all the wonderful things that you have in your life already. Now, I'm a massive fan of keeping a gratitude journal because what we are grateful for, gratitude is such a powerful emotion. And again, what you're grateful for, what you focus on, that's what expands in your life. So if you're grateful for the good things that you have already, then they're only going to expand in your life even more. So get into the habit of practicing daily gratitude as well. And the next thing is to make sure that you are celebrating when you achieve any goal, even if it's a really small goal. If you've heard about me talking about goal setting in the past, I always suggest go small with your goals, chunk down your vision into really small goals, because when you achieve a goal and when you celebrate that you've achieved a goal, you send a really powerful signal back to yourself that you are the kind of person that gets stuff done. You're the kind of person that sets a goal and then you achieve it. And that is a really powerful message for your subconscious mind. So make sure that you are celebrating those goals when you achieve them. And the next one is really important. Be prepared to let go of your timeline. This one is so difficult to do because we want these things, they're so important to us, and it can be really easy to get caught up in thinking about, okay, well, if this happens then, and then this will happen, and then that can happen, and then I can do this. And then you get really, really caught up in the why, not in the why, in the how something's going to happen. And that can be quite a sort of negative and the word's just gone right out of my head. When it really doesn't help. There's a brilliant word and it's just gone straight out of my head. I'll remember it and come back to it in a second. Self-defeating, that's the word I was looking for. So it can be self-defeating. So you have to let go of your timeline and trust that what you are visualizing, what you are focusing on, will expand in your life. If, and this is the final point and one that is so, so important, if you take action. So, and I love this quote by Jim Carrey that I'm going to read to you right now. He said, I would visualize things coming to me. It would just make me feel better. Visualization works if you work hard. That's the thing. You can't just visualize and then go eat a sandwich. So it's not a case of you can create a vision board and stick it up on the wall and look at it every day and these things are just going to kind of magically come into your life. That's not how it works. Visualization works because, as I said earlier, it activates that creative part of your subconscious mind that allows you to see the people, the resources, the opportunities to make those goals happen, to make them come into your life. But you still have to take the action on them. So when an opportunity comes to you, you still have to do it. You have to do the work. So you have to read the book or sign up for the course or make the call, send the email, do the Facebook post, talk to that potential client, talk to that potential team member. You've still got to take the action. You will see those opportunities and then it's up to you to actually go ahead and do it. And that is the scary bit right there. The scary bit is the taking of the action. And I know that it's really, really difficult, but that is what is going to make it happen for you. So the vision board is an amazing tool to help you visualize better, because I know for a lot of people, if you try and visualize, your mind can wander. You find 2 minutes in, perhaps you're thinking about, oh, what should I cook for tea tomorrow night? And do I need to get some more toilet roll? Because that's just what everybody's mind does, right? You kind of wander off topic really, really easily. So vision board is a really brilliant tool for helping you to stay focused on what it is that you really genuinely want, but you still have to go and take the action. So that was all I wanted to cover today when it comes to vision boards. As I said, I've done a blog post which I will be sharing tomorrow. So if there's anything that you have missed, then please feel free to go back through the blog post. I'm just going to see if anybody's asked any questions. Oh, Veronica, I have affirmations that I say out loud 4 times a day. Does that tie in with the vision board? Yes. Perfect. Put those on the vision board as well if they're important to you. You might want to put the whole affirmation on there, or maybe just the odd word, depending on how long it is and what you feel is appropriate. So, taking action, ladies, I have an amazing opportunity for you. I am running a free 5-day challenge called Get Confident, Get Seen and Get Selling. So this is going to be running from the 19th of February, so not this Monday, the Monday after, and we are going to do 5 days to help you get past your confidence block and start showing up on social media in a place of authentic alignment, so that you can start to be seen by your ideal clients from a really from a really good place of authentic. Oh God, the word's gone out of my head again. Blimey. And yeah, just so that you're showing up as you and really connecting and resonating with your ideal clients. That's the word I was looking for, resonating. Wow. So if you are wanting to build your business this year, if you promised yourself that 2018 would be your breakthrough year, and already in the middle of February you are feeling trapped by self-doubt and worry and a lack of confidence, and you're not sure the right way to do things, you don't want to come off as too salesy or too pushy, but you know you need to get your message out there, you just don't know how to do it in the best way, this challenge is for you. So I'm going to share the link to it in the comments. Go onto the page, sign yourself up. I'm going to be running it in a pop-up Facebook group, which it's the first time I've run it in a pop-up Facebook group. So the group is just for this challenge, which I'm really, really excited about. I've already got quite a few people in there who are all really excited to be doing this. So go ahead and go get yourself signed up. That's going to be awesome. And for any of you who have gone through this and you are struggling to know what your goals are, you maybe want some more clarity, if you want to book in for a free call with me, then drop me a message. I have a couple of slots available this week, the end of this week, so we can talk through a little bit more about maybe what it is that you want and where some of your blocks are. So ladies, I hope you've all enjoyed this evening. If you've been watching on the replay, then you can pop any questions in or just put replay, just so I know that you've seen it. I will share tomorrow the link to the blog post, and I will share in a moment the link for the sign up page for the free 5-day challenge. So I hope you all have an amazing Wednesday evening. Thank you for everybody who joined me live, and I will speak to you all again soon.